Have you ever wondered where your seed corn came from? Hi, I'm Colton Thrapp. I'm a 3-year member of the Lime Creek Livewires, and today I'll be talking to you about seed corn. Growing corn for seed production often requires higher quality soil and drainage than commercial production to ensure proper grain fill and germination when planted the following year. Seed production involves more management, such as more trips across the field and more people to lend a hand. To maximize pollination in the plant production system, the male is never more than 19 inches from the female. Since seed production uses sexual reproduction instead of asexual, it can be a challenge to make sure the male adequately pollinates the female inbred. Removing the female tassel guarantees the plant doesn't pollinate itself. Throughout the season, agronomists and field specialists monitor the corn for issues that could jeopardize seed quality. If treatment is needed, the field becomes the farmer's top priority until the issue is under control. Seed corn harvest starts in early September and is done by early October to avoid frost damage. They harvest it at 32 to 35% moisture on the ear to protect the kernel. These harvesters are not like normal corn harvesters. Instead of knocking the corn off the cob, they harvest the whole cob and dump it into a wagon with a conveyor. After leaving the field, the ears travel to a corn processing facility, as you can see. The husk is removed and the ears are sent to a sorting tables. During the first quality check, the sorters look for ears that are discolored, moldy, or don't meet the look of the hybrid they are processing. From there, the corn is moved to the dryer system. The dryers at processing facility, which use low heat and high airflow, are different than on-farm or co-op dryers. Heat stays below 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Up and down air movement maximizes drying efficiency. After the corn is dry and shelled, the debris is cleaned off to minimize foreign material during testing and storage. Representative samples are taken for quality testing before corn moves to storage. The sample is removed from the plant and planted into a sand and silt. Any seed that doesn't produce a normal seedling is considered dead and not included in the successful germination count. In addition to germination, the plant must be pure and the hybrid has to hold up to its claims. To make certain this happens, seed companies complete purity tests. Several companies use third-party labs to protect themselves and farmers if an issue arises. Purity tests check to see if genetics stem from the expected parents, as well as verify trait efficiency and trait presence. In the lab, they grow the seed and apply herbicides to check the resistance. They use ELISA strips to test for Bt proteins, and if the product is supposed to be non-GMO, test for advantageous traits. At this point, the corn is pollinated from another field and creates a GMO offspring. In the final leg of the journey, conditioning the corn seed goes through the most rigorous cleaning yet to remove any impurities. It takes about 1 hour to travel all the way through the conditioning. The seed then runs through a color sorter, which is this, to look for insect damage, disease, or any other quality issues that would hurt germination. Seeds that don't meet standards are rejected. After the cooling process, the seed is placed on separator screens to divide kernels by size. This is a multi-level configuration that allows small seeds to drop through the larger seeds to remain on the higher screens. Next, the seed is moved by size to a gravity table for another seed quality check. The table uses shakers to move light seed to the top and get rid of damaged product. Finally, the seed is moved to the treatment facility. Refuge corn is treated and then mixed with untreated seed corn as necessary to comply with refuge in a bag product. After treatment and refuge integration, the seed is packaged in black boxes or in bags. When seed is packaged, it goes into storage until it's ready to be shipped to the seed dealer or farmer. They store seed at 50 degrees Fahrenheit and 50% humidity for preservation. Regardless of how your seed order is packaged, it's safe to say it's gone through a long journey from the field to conditioning and finally to your planting.